Hello, my name is Harrison, and today we are going to play one of my favorite games called War of the Overworld. This game is a remake, or I like to think so. It's a remake of a game called Dungeon Keeper. Dungeon Keeper is a really old game made in the 90s. And then the company who had this game called Bullfrog was got conk just disappeared, and then so did the rights to the game. And some years after the game disappeared, its rights showed up in Asia, little country there. But then it disappeared again, and the next time we heard something about it, it had fallen into the hand of EA, and they made a game using the Dungeon Keeper name, called Dungeon Keeper, on a mobile phone. And it wasn't a really good game. All the Dungeon Keeper players who loved that game was devastated because they had destroyed a good name, and they found out they had done it, and they couldn't use the name because nobody would ever buy the game when they made such a terrible game on them. So they had no other choice than give it up to indie developers. So it become a Kickstarter project, and they created a game called War of the Overworld. And this is what we're gonna play today. This is a first part of a let's play. I'm gonna play probably all the game. So let's start the campaign. The first mission will be a tutorial mission, so let's go.
I've been looking for someone to spearhead my campaign. But before we get stuck in, let's refresh that old mind of yours.
Yeah, that's our mentor. So let's start the game and take it from there.
Now go!
Welcome back, Underlord. I must say, I wasn't expecting you quite so soon. The transference may have left you feeling a bit foggy in the head. Focus now. I'll try to ease you back into it. Fortunately, this does seem to get easier each time. This is your home realm, the source of your power, and the anchor that binds you to reality. Many years ago it was destroyed, and you were cast out into formless nothing. Fortunately, you've returned from your exile to once again challenge those who would stand between us and the mortal realm of Kairos. Your resurrection heralds the next phase of our assault upon its wretched empire, now led by the newly crowned Emperor Lucius. But he is least and final of our worries. It's his generals and the protection of their goddess Kira that will truly test our mettle. Ready yourself, Underlord. Let's begin our war for the Overworld. Welcome back, Underlord. It's been a long time since you were banished to the ether. You've returned as a husk of your former self, but I've taught far denser underlords than you. Let's start with the basics. This is your dungeon core, the tether that allows you to manifest your malignant will. If destroyed, your consciousness will once again be scattered to the void. Your workers are an extension of your dark will. They have many jobs, but their main focus is in carving out the halls of your dungeon. Put them to work by clicking and dragging your cursor upon the flashing tiles to tag them for excavation. Your workers will now rush forth to dig out and claim the tagged area. Once they have laid down the stones, marking the ground as your own, you will be able to build rooms upon the finished tiles. While your lackeys get to work, look to the east of your dungeon core.
Yeah, that was the intro. So, this is a dungeon heart that Mentor said. These are your workers that will carve out your dungeons. And some of you have maybe played Dungeons before. I think it was a pretty good game, but if they tried to make Dungeon Keeper,
This is a gateway, one of the many portals that you'll use to attract minions to your dungeon. Order your workers to dig a path to it now.
Like I said, if they tried to make a Dungeon Keeper game, it wasn't really good because it was more like a tower defense ish game. But the controls are pretty much the same, and there has also been some other games called Dwellers. That was also a Kickstarter game. That's all game. And you see it like they jump on the floor here. That's making tile floor tiles, so you can build rooms inside of it. So without this, you can't build any rooms. But let's go with a continue of the tutorial. And you can smack them with the left mouse button if you want them to work on something more important, like holding out walls. But they will also reinforce the walls like this, so it gets harder to dig through it.
Now that you have a gateway, minions can enter into your service. But first you'll need to build the rooms necessary to entice them in. Start by building a barracks. This room will allow your minions to hone their combat skills without the risk of permanent death or disfigurement. Select it and build it by clicking and dragging your hand across the claimed tiles. Most rooms must be built at least 3 by 3 in order to function properly, though the lair and vault are effective at any size.
Yeah, let's first I always do like this around the portal, because I don't really use this space around the portal so much. So I will build a vault here to store more money, but let's build a barracks here, like he told us to.
A gnarling has entered your dungeon. A gnarling has entered your dungeon. Attracted by the barracks, these green-skinned scrappers aren't quite right in the head, and they'll happily hack at your foes until someone is dead. Outside of combat, Gnarlings will train themselves within your barracks. You can pick them up with a click if you find them slouching off, then deposit them anywhere within your dungeon with a right click. For further entertainment, you can always put yourself directly into their head by casting possession upon them.
Yeah, so...
Now that you have some minions, you will need to cater for their basic needs. First, build a lair, so the pitiful little meat sacks can get some rest.
Yeah. These are gnarlings. They are pretty weak. These are the first creature you get if you build the barracks. But they are pretty weak, like I said. But if you have many of them, and they usually train in the barracks all day, they have nothing else to do. And you saw a little sparkle there. It's showing that it's leveled up. Level up, and every creature has a level. Like this is level 2, this is level 1, and they will gain experience through battle or the barracks. Well, let's build them a lair because everyone needs to sleep. And it build it.
Well done. But see how your gold reserves have been depleted. Command your workers to mine some of the nearby gold by tagging the gleaming tiles. They collect and return gold to your dungeon coffers, allowing you to spend it on whatever your dark heart desires. Your core can store up to 16,000 gold pieces. But if that number sounds pitifully small, or if wealth inspires the evil in you, simply build a vault to store more.
Pretty much. It's one currency in this game, it's gold, and you will get it from gold nodes in the walls. Like this. It's gold. Everything costs gold except these spells. Like you said before, you can possess creatures like this.
Now that you've got a bit of coin in your pocket, you can build a slaughter pan. This room produces scores of micro piglets, a delicacy that will sustain the weak flesh of your minions by filling their bellies with succulent pig flesh.
Yeah, you can get creatures inside them and join the battle firsthand. And every creature has some abilities, let's go outside and make them a little bigger room. So this game it's about you as an underlord who was cast from your usual self into the abyss or the void, and now you have been resurrected to cast the human race away and control over the overworld. So see, now the room is done. We can build here.
Payday has come again. Your dungeon has been breached. Cast Rally upon these spectres, and your minions will immediately sally forth to wreak bloody havoc.
Yeah, I can use this rally flag to rally all intelligent minions to that flag, and I will continue to stay with it.
Well done. Now finish off the rest of these manifestations with a second rally flag.
I will stay with the flag as long as it up and ignore the
Your gnarlings made short work of those spectres. But see how they still circle the flag? You can dismiss rally flags by slapping them with a right click. This should allow your minions to return to their jobs and tend their needs in a timely fashion. You can cast Recall upon a minion to immediately return them to your dungeon. Though if they are attacked as it channels, then the spell will fizzle into nothing.
yeah. So, like I told you, I will continue to stay around the flag until we dismiss it. And you can use a spell called Recall to take creature back to your park.
You're on a roll, Underlord, and I've been waiting far too long to begin my war for the Overworld. Let us enter the realm of Kairos and continue your retraining against a more fitting enemy. Well done, Underlord. I see it's all coming back quite quickly. I expected nothing less, but there's much still to learn. Why don't we work in a bit of murder while we're at it? It's time for you to enter the realm of Kairos.
Yeah, and that was the first mission or level, Awakening. It was the tutorial of this game, and next time we will try to conquer the world. So this was my first Let's Play video, so comment, thumbs up and subscribe, and then we see you next time. Harusan out.